Hello, guys and gals, and welcome. I may be a little bit out of touch, but there was a news article on May 26th, so a couple days ago, and it's basically about Diablo Immortal, your roadmap to hell. So I'm going to try and keep everybody up to date. If you guys are unaware, Diablo Immortal comes out on June 2nd, and I plan to be playing it on live stream. Skarn, Lord of Damnation, has amassed his battle-hungry forces in anticipation of your near arrival to Sanctuary. With an ashen gaze and a ghastly gesture, the Demon Lord utters, "We are waiting for you." In just a few days, it will be up to you, noble adventurer, to scour Sanctuary's many locales in search of fragments from the Shattered Worldstone. Only then will you have a chance in hell of thwarting Skarn's nefarious plan. Before you begin to traverse the 8 expansive zones of Diablo Immortal, as a barbarian, crusader, demon hunter, monk, necromancer, or wizard, we've assembled this roadmap to get you ready for hell, and when the time comes, march into Sanctuary unabated. So we got the global launch schedule, preload for PC, installation and play instructions, how to set up crossplay, and communication and support. Global launch schedule. As we prepare for Diablo Immortal on June 2nd, 10 a.m. PDT for iOS, Android, and PC in open beta, some players will see Immortal propagate on the Apple App Store and Google Play beginning the morning of June 1st, PDT. This is in part due to the nature of how mobile games roll out and to ensure a smooth, full launch for the mobile version of Immortal. To confirm whether Immortal will be fully launched for your region on all platforms, please reference the below map for the time zone conversion assistance. Please click here. As previously mentioned, Diablo Immortal will launch for PC in open beta, Android, and iOS in some Asia-Pacific regions on June 22nd, PDT, including Hong Kong, Indonesia, Macau, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, Taiwan, and Thailand. Immortal will also launch on the same date in Vietnam, but for PC in open beta only. These regions will receive dedicated game servers to bring players better connectivity and ping too. Okay, so 1 p.m. EDT, New York, 10 a.m. PDT, Los Angeles, 2 p.m. BRT, Santos. London is 6 p.m. BST, Paris, 7 p.m. CEST. Interesting. Preload for PC now available. Starting today, you can preload Diablo Immortal for PC from Battle.net. Heat up your PC in advance, and once Immortal launches fully on June 2nd, you can kick open the gate to hell and get to demon slaying at breakneck pace. Installation and play instructions. Once Diablo Immortal launches, before you can begin to undo damage brought to Sanctuary by Skarn's legions of bloodthirsty invaders, you'll need to download and install Diablo Immortal on your platform of choice. Below, you'll find instructions on how to install Immortal on June 2nd, and for those of you who decided to preload the game for PC, no further action is required from you come launch day. If you haven't already, download and install the Battle.net desktop application and launch it. Register to create a Battle.net account or log in with an existing account. Open your Battle.net app and allow it to download any pending updates. Select Games Diablo Immortal and click Install. Once installation is complete, simply click Play to launch the game. Let's take a look at that really quickly, shall we? Why not? So I'm going to open up my Battle.net launcher, and let's click on Diablo Immortal. And install PC Beta. Pretty simple stuff. We're going to go ahead and install it. Start installation. And there we go. We are downloading 24 gigabytes to download. For Android, launch the Google Play Store app on your device and search bar type Diablo Immortal. Once you're on the Diablo Immortal store page, click the install button and allow the game to download. For iOS, launch the App Store on your device. In the search bar, type Diablo Immortal. Once you're on the Diablo Immortal store page, click the Get button and then click the Install button and allow the game to download. How to enable cross-progression play. A Battle.net account is required to seamlessly play Diablo Immortal on both PC and mobile devices. You can play as a guest on mobile and later log into or create a Battle.net account to carry progress over to PC. Please note, guest accounts are only accessible on the device they are created on unless cloud backup is enabled. community and customer support. Just as the armies of the burning hells are keen on allowing the Lord of Terror to materialize, we are hellbent on providing you with a seamless return to Sanctuary to combat this evil. More importantly, the fate of Sanctuary hinges upon your continued valor on the front lines. In the event you encounter any demonic trickery on launch day, please reach out to us. We will be keeping a watchful eye on Blizzard forums, Blizzard CS Twitter account, and any reported issues via the customer support portal to help get you back into the fray swiftly. We cannot begin to express how excited we are for you to soon begin your quest in Diablo Immortal. With that said, we would like to thank the multitude of players who provide crucial feedback throughout the Diablo Immortal's development, much of which influenced the very game you will play on June 2nd. Good. Now you're ready for hell, the Diablo Immortal team. Which servers will be available to play for my region? So we have North America West, North America East, Europe, East Asia Japanese, and SA Portuguese. So we've got the Sinwar server on NA East, Prime Evils, Tree of Inifuss, Soul Siphon, Sandro the Mouth, Worldstone, the Plains of Despair, Arcane Sanctuary. I mean, there's a lot of different servers here, it seems like. Definitely a lot more on East than Portuguese or Japan, and a lot more than in Korea. And it looks like they've dedicated the bulk of the servers to the Europe, NA East, and NA West categories. So we have a lot of people that like to play, and we probably would want to play together. So I'm going to assume that we're going to want to pick an NA East server. And then on top of that, ooh, Arcane's Valor, that's a pretty cool name. There's a server named Town Portal. Albrecht, the Sun. Mashif, the Last Vestige. Risen Dead. There's a bunch of cool names here. I mean, there definitely is some interesting names. Which locale language does a mod Diablo Immortal support? Diablo Immortal supports includes Brazilian, Portuguese, English, European, Spanish, French, German, Italian, Japanese, Korean, Polish, Spanish, and traditional Chinese. Additionally, for the launch of Diablo Immortal's PC Open Beta version, players will be unable to change the language of their game is displayed in via Battle.net Launcher. To change the language of their game, players may do so by either the in-game settings or by changing the language of their PC's operating system prior to playing Immortal. Interesting. Which controllers can play Diablo Immortals? We got quite a few here. Looks like a lot of the Xbox controllers, Nintendo Switch Pro controller, Joy-Cons. Pretty much all the controllers, looks like, to me. Looks like we also have Android iOS controller support. So you can hook up a Android a controller to your phone and play it that way. So that's interesting. How many adventurers may be in one clan, and how many characters can my clan's name consist of? Each clan consists of up to 100 adventurers. What you name your brave band of demon slayers is up to you, barring any profanity, but it must be between 2 to 24 characters in length, and you may only belong to one clan at any time. If you wish to join another clan, you must first leave your current clan. What will happen to my progress and purchase in the PC Open Beta? When the PC version leaves the Open Beta period, all progress and purchases you made will be maintained. Which devices support Ultra graphics settings for Diablo Immortal? Ultra graphics settings for Diablo Immortal will be only available on PC and select iPad devices. The minimum requirements for PC is really low. Like, I don't even really need to translate this to you, like read it out loud. That's really low. An Core i3 or an FX 8100, a GTX 460, these are all relatively low-end systems, and a 4 gigabytes of RAM is really low. Recommended specifications for PC, an i5 or a Ryzen 5 with a 770. 770 is really old tech. I mean, it's a good card, don't get me wrong, but it's still a very old card. Disk space requirement 24 gigs, recommended memory 8 gigs. So most people are going to be fine with this. Honestly, I think most people are going to be okay. Snapdragon 660 isn't like too ridiculous. 2 gigabytes of RAM isn't too ridiculous. I think we're going to be fine. So there was one more news article. I want to go over that one too really quickly. It's making a game for everyone. Diablo Immortal's accessibility features. We believe games are for everyone, no matter their ability. This is why Diablo Immortal team is committed to building a game experience that is accessible to all. We're happy to share an overview of the first round of accessibility features that will be available at game's launch. Our initial focus has been on control and chat features to ensure as many players as possible can experience our core gameplay while still being able to form deep social connections. We hope any one or a combination of these features will allow players to tailor their gameplay experience to their needs. Let's see here. So this is our controller mapping. And then free cursor for UI navigation. You'll be able to play Diablo Immortal with controllers on both mobile devices and on PC. Your controller's presence should be automatically detected the moment the game is launched. Many controls, including skills, accessing chat, and more, can be remapped from the controller tab in the settings menu. While using a controller, by default, pressing the right arrow of the D-pad will activate a free cursor that will allow the access to navigate non-gameplay features of the game. The free cursor keybind can also be changed from the controller tab of the settings menu. Repositioning the skill buttons. To provide a more comfortable experience on mobile devices, we have added an option to adjust the position of the skill buttons. This can be adjusted from the Controls tab settings menu. In the future, we hope to expand on this functionality by allowing for more discrete control over each individual skill button position. Resizable chat text. Increase the legibility of chat text by enlarging the size up to 200%. This may select from the 3 text size options for the expanded chat interface. This can be adjusted from the chat tab's settings menu. In the future, we hope to expand this feature to allow you to adjust the size of text in the chat preview window on the main game screen. Unable to join voice chat. No problem. Use voice chat transcription to convert party voice chat into written text. A voice chat transcription control has been added alongside party voice controls, allowing you to toggle the feature on and off as desired while in the party. Text to speech for chat, which is terrible, but I mean, I guess some people might use it. Ability to control which chat channels are narrated. Audio alerts to separate messages from each other. Option to have players' own messages be narrated. 2 options of voice packs to select from. Narration speed and control volume. Text-to-speech chat commands for easier control of system settings. Most modern phones include a built-in speech-to-text functionality with their platform keyboards. We wanted to provide this same convenience to our players. This feature can be enabled from the chat tab of the settings menu. Once enabled, a speech-to-text button will appear in the chat window, allowing you to convert your spoken words into editable text before sending it to the desired chat channel. Audio cues. Auditory cues have been included to help you notify you of important social events in the game. This includes cues for receiving messages from other players, receiving party or raid invites, controlling voice chat, or sending voice memos, just to name a few. The volume of these cues can be adjusted in the general tab of the settings menu. The world of Sanctuary can be a dark place. You may increase the visibility of the game world by adjusting the world brightness. Looking forward, we look forward to these features getting into the hands of our players and continuing to expand accessibility options. We will continue to field feedback from our community as well as from players with disabilities directly to continue to learn and develop Diablo Immortal into one of the most epic entertainment experiences ever. If you'd like to participate in the upcoming playtests and studies, you may sign up on the Blizzard Research website. Let's make Sanctuary accessible to all together. So, I think we're going to choose a server for the Kinship. For those of you who are in my Kinship, we are most likely going to choose a server. And if you would like to join us, you could also choose a server. Now, logically, we are going to have people in Europe in the Kinship. We are going to have people in California in the Kinship. There's going to be people in North America in the Kinship. We have very few people who are just on the other side of the world. Sorry, Speedy, I know you're over in Australia, but I kind of have to make a decision based on, like, centered between everybody, and I feel like North America East is the best choice because it's halfway in between California and halfway between the European region. So if people in Europe want to play, it's only about half the trip. If people in California want to play, it's only about half the trip. Whereas if we specifically choose like like a server over in Europe or a server over in West, the guys in Europe are going to be just screwed because that's a really long distance, and the guys in the West are going to be screwed because that's a really long distance. So I feel like the East servers are probably going to be the best. Hopefully it doesn't like pigeon lock everyone to the same servers. We pretty much just have to choose a name, right? So we got a lot of cool names here. We got the Sin War, Prime Evils. I mean, these are all really cool. I mean, I was kind of really looking at Arcane's Valor. Looked really cool. Breath of the Dying is on the West Coast. Oh, yeah, that's. I got a lot of the rune word names over here, I noticed. The Triune. The Tree of Inifuss sounds pretty cool. You know what? That's what we're going to do. We're going to do the Tree of Inifuss. So for those of you who are in the Kinship, if you'd like to join, I'm probably going to make a clan. As they said here, I can make a clan. So I'm going to be making a clan. It'll be the Kinship GGM. And for those of you who are in the Kinship, I'll invite you to the Kinship and we can have some fun. Anyway, as always, I do appreciate you guys and gals watching my videos, even when it's on a mobile game. Don't you guys have phones? Anyway, keep watching.